Bro, I had to hit record while that shirt was still that low.
The
Woo!
drip
Woo!
wasn't cutting it. I had to switch it up on y'all.
You are entering a world of unrelenting drip.
That's right.
I can't do it as good as you, dude. It's like just serotonin directly into my ears when you start the episodes like that, dude.
You have entered a world of unrelenting red pill, black pill, Filipino pill content.
Bro, dude, the Filipino dude, everyone needs to be taking the Filipino pill, I feel like.
Unironically, though, no, you know what?
Unironically,
Actually,
dude.
what they actually need to be taking is the dude. People need to be taking the Vietnamese pill. I'm gonna tell you why,
Bro, dude, the pho
dude.
pill.
The pho
The
pill,
pho
the
pill,
pho
dude.
and the banh mi pill that is like the
Dude,
only pill that matters.
there was, I think I've said this before, I don't remember, but there was this amazing Vietnamese shop near me, and they had the Obama banh mi, and it was like a banh mi with meatloaf in it, and I was like, I was trying to figure out if they made it in his honor or if he had somehow gone there and said, I would like
Could you,
banh mi with
Michelle?
meatloaf.
Yeah,
I'd like it to
and they were
remind me
like,
of Michael
and they
with
were like,
meatloaf.
you crazy. We're
Yo, you
naming
crazy for
this.
this one, Obama.
We're naming this sandwich after you, dog. Yeah, that's awesome.
Bro, have you seen, by the way, I should say we were like, yo, season two, let's do this. I don't know if we figured out HD.
I
This,
don't know.
this
This is
might not
like
be an HD.
remember when they made Lion King 1.5, where it was like Timon and Pumbaa just like
That's this right
get a
now.
load of
Yeah.
these. You know, you ever watch that?
Dude, I never watched it, but I read what it was based on. Do you know what it was based on?
The Lion King?
No, it was it was based on apparently Waiting for Godot, I think, because
What?
Lion King's based on Hamlet. The
Uh,
uncle coming in and killing the dad, and spoilers for Lion
wow.
King. Spoilers
Dude,
for Lion King.
spoilers, bro. I've never seen it. Oh, I first of all never put the Hamlet reference together. And then what is Waiting for Godot? I
It's
don't know how to
some
read, so you
bullshit
got to tell me
book you
about
have
this
to
stuff.
read in high school where it's like it's clearly like made to be a theater play of like we are two men waiting for Godot. Who is Godot? Who
Oh,
is Godot? I'm a traveler. I have heard of Godot. Are you waiting for him? Yes, I'm waiting for. And then
so
I'm pretty
it's like
sure it
a
ends with him not even coming. I don't even know. I don't
interesting.
remember. I
So
don't
it's like a
remember.
comment. It's all about commentary. Like, is it all kind of
Kind
like
of.
because the style of Lion King 1.5 is like it's like Mystery Science Theater. Like it's like following the same plot of the first Lion King, but it's closer
But like meta
through the
commentary.
lens. Yeah, like through the lens of I think Timon is the meerkat, right?
That's
Through
you.
that's me. Are you
I'm
Pumbaa?
Pumbaa.
Okay. That'd be a cute Halloween costume for us this year.
Dude, that would
Uh
rock, bro.
and I'm pretty sure it's like the movie, the plot line is almost identical because it's like following the same story, but it's just like showing you the behind the scenes of what they were doing at
What
that
they
time.
were up to.
But then
Which
it
was
like
what,
will
eating bugs?
pause. Yeah, eating bugs, farting, like that's like their whole
Yeah.
MO. And then and then it pauses, and then you see just like their silhouettes sitting in the audience, and they're like, "That's not how it happened at all." Like something, you know what I mean? I used to love that movie as a kid. I had it on
I
like
never saw that one.
DVD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, my parents never bought like movies really, but unless we were like going to Thailand, then my dad was like, yo, we gotta load up. We had so many fake movies, bro. Dude, I remember the X-Men Wolverine Origins movie, right? We got from Thailand.
Uh-huh.
We got from some skeezy place, and it was like it came out before the movie even came out in real life. And you're gonna say, how does that happen? And it
Yeah.
was clearly some sort of leak because I remember in all the action scenes there were just ropes attached to every character, like when they were like doing flips. It was like clearly some sort of shot of like some sort of bit of it leaked before they put all
Okay.
the green screen stuff on, so you could see like how all the effects were like happening and stuff. It was very
Okay.
weird. It was very weird.
That's pretty interesting. I
Yeah.
think dude, The Lion King on Broadway, like the actual stage plays, freaking
Every clip I've
sweet.
seen of it looks so fruity, dude. Is it
It,
actually good?
dude, the cool part about it is that it's like crazy puppetry. Like all of the animals and creatures are made of
Yeah.
like these really wacky wooden puppets that are Like, have you ever seen that talk show clip? I don't know if it's on like the Tyra Banks show or something like that, or maybe it was like Wendy Williams, but they bring out it's like two guys or three guys in like a tiger suit, and it's like that. It's like that. It's almost like one of those like Chinese dragons where there's like multiple dudes that are like different parts of it, and there's like
Yeah.
one guy holding the head, and one guy who's on all fours, and one guy that's like controlling the tail. And they're all wearing black, and you can see them because they're in like clear as day, like broad daylight, but they're
Yeah.
moving this like puppet like it's an actual tiger. That's like what the Lion King. It's cool. It looks cool. I think it's pretty
Okay.
cool. I
I
mean,
mean, does the coolness stay cool for the whole show, or is it
I
like
think it stays pretty well. The other thing with the Lion King is I actually think it's like I'm not really big into musicals, but I think that the music in the Lion King is actually like I mean,
it's pretty
it's
fresh? It's
good.
pretty
I mean, that
fresh. Ma beat to the bay.
like that they sing
Bing
that in
bing
the movie.
bong.
That
Yeah, it's
stuff's
pretty
cool,
good.
and I just can't wait to be king. Those are some tunes, man.
Dude,
That's really good music.
I agree with Adam though that many of the new Disney. Have you watched any of the new ones? I haven't.
Which
Like the
what's
remakes where it's
new?
like,
Oh, the live action. There's never been a
yeah,
good one.
I
They've never
haven't.
made a good
So
one.
you've seen them.
Uh, I've definitely seen. Actually, maybe I haven't seen any of them.
Okay.
But
Well,
I've never
my
been
point
inclined to
being,
see them.
right. Well, they
Yeah.
apparently they're ass, but my point being is each one of them they are like, let's make a new song, like, and let's see if we can make it feel like it fits in, and like they maybe people won't even know, like, oh, remember this song, but they're
Yeah.
so trash, dude. They're
Yeah.
ass, bro. They're
Yeah.
like, it's
I don't
so
know why
poopy.
they bother doing that. Like and the I mean, not to bite on YMS's style. Like obviously the dude has already said everything that needs to be said about these live action remakes because I've watched his one of the live action Lion King. And it's like it's all true. It's just like you took an animated movie, which in my opinion is a 10 out of 10. Not just a 10 out of 10 animated movie, but I think like just
Lion King is so overrated, dude.
that's just
It's
not
so
true. No,
overrated,
it's
dude. It's
properly
so
rated.
overrated.
What's overrated
Overrated.
about it? Which part do you not like that you think gets overblown?
I
It's
just
as
feel like
good
it
as you
is
can pretty much get
it's
for like a Disney
nowhere as
movie.
good as Aladdin, which is probably one of the
That
best.
why would you put that above Lion King? I mean, I like
That's so
Aladdin.
far above Lion King, it's not even like,
Above, I would say that I love Aladdin, so I'm not going to be like, nah, that movie sucks. That movie's great too, but like
bro, you look
that's
like
the goal.
Aladdin.
That's the golden age. That's the dude. Actually, you want to know something? Here's a fun fact for you guys. My first like Halloween when I was a baby, I was like just born because I was born in October, so I was like not even a month old. I was
You're
like a
born in
fucking baby.
October?
Yeah, in
I always
October.
forget that our birthdays are so close.
Yeah,
What's
you're
your social
you're
security number?
Scorpio.
I am a
The
Scorpio. Dude, I
my
have talked to so many chicks recently who are like, not to interrupt, but who are like, "What's your sign?" And I'm like, I think Scorpio," and they're like, "Ooh," and I'm
it's
like,
crazy that in
"What does that mean?"
it's crazy that in the year of our Lord, like 2023, we're still doing the astrology shit because it's like
Dude, I was down bad. Dude, the first hung babe I like dated when I moved out to LA was like really big into astrology, and I was like,
okay.
"Mom, what time was I born?
Oh my
What is
God.
my thing? Was my thrimbus and nimbus when
Yeah,
I was
no.
born?" And like trying to figure it all out because she was asking me and she was like telling me all this stuff. The weird part was though it was deadly accurate. Like it was very
Well,
like, but I feel like all of it is like,
that's the thing. Is
you know
like,
what I
I mean,
mean?
the reason it will never die is people love hearing about themselves. You know what I mean? People love being like, "Ooh, tell me more about the way that I am, whether it's true or not." But so much of that astrology stuff is just so like it's so broad. It's so
It's like little
vague.
pellets.
It's pellets. It's
It's
total
pellets,
pellets.
dude. It's like little pellets that you're supposed to snack on, and
The
it's like,
same thing did happen to me. I was talking to a girl like years ago that was like, "Oh my God, I have a book at my house that it's like 365 pages, and every page is a day of the year, and it'll tell you based on the day that you're born, it'll give you like an exact reading of the type of person you are." And I was like, "Okay," and I told her my birthday, and she like looked it up and like sent me this thing, and at the time I was like, It's pretty crazy.
Pellets,
It was
dude. That
about,
is
I was
total
like, that is, it
pellets.
was pellet mode. I
That's
was like,
pellets, dude.
I was like, it was freakishly accurate, but I think so much of that stuff, like you could tell anybody, it's like you're in a stage of your life where you just don't know what's next, and you're like
Yeah,
feeling.
it's how
Yeah,
Scientology ropes you in. It's
it's
like,
like
yeah,
everybody can at some point, like even if you don't feel that way 100%, you might be like, ooh, like kind of, like, you know what I mean? It's just so easy to buy into it. But I think once people start actually making like weird judgment calls, or the most annoying thing is that when people, after somebody does something, it's like, well, she's a Leo, so yeah, like of course she would do that. And it's
bro,
like, dude,
dude, that stuff's so
shut
frustrating.
up.
Dude,
Shut
by the
up.
way, I'd like to issue a retraction. Not a what's it called when newspapers fix things?
I think it's a retraction.
Both my cats are male.
Okay.
I thought the gray one was a chick, but total dude, which
Both
makes sense,
dudes.
bro. I was because like, dude, the gray one, the tiger one is clearly the runt.
Okay.
They're brothers, but the gray one looks like she's doping or he's doping. Okay,
Yeah.
and so I was like worried. I was like, what is this like? There was some sort of like feminist dichotomy I was worried about, where like because the gray one was like beating the shit out of the dude, and I was like, "Come on, bro, you can't let a chick beat you
Yeah.
up like that, dog. Come
Yeah.
on, bro." But dude, so finding out they're both dudes, it's totally okay. I know the
Uh,
tiger one's not a puss
Yeah.
in the literal
He
sense.
technically is,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying, baby. But
That's great. I'm excited to meet them.
bro,
They're really.
what, dude? Did you purposely unbutton it this low? I feel like it is going
Is it
so
really
low.
low?
You remind me. What was that big
I'm not
fiasco
gonna
of
button
that
it.
woman who like? Oh my god, she's showing so much front. It was like at
Wait,
some
who is
award
that?
show. She had like the entire. It was like all the way down to her vag, like the shirt. You don't remember this? Let
No.
me see.
That's awesome. I'm gonna wear something like that if we ever get
Low
invited to an
cut
awards show.
chick.
Like I think Matt and Trey Parker, what is it? Matt Stone and Trey Parker had the right idea showing up to like one of those award shows in dresses. I think that's cool. But what they should have done, and what I would do to take it a step further, is just get real slutty with it. Like
Oh yeah,
not just like a prom gown, but like I'm gonna dress
a
like a
whore,
stripper.
a
Like a
whore.
whore.
Dude, we can
Yeah.
like yeah, we can dress up like sexy like Mario and Luigi or something.
I'm
Like
gonna
if
have
that
like
could
the
be
bottom
cool.
of my balls hanging out. Like it's
Oh,
gonna be
dude,
like
100%, dog.
yeah.
Or like a little balkini, like something
Yeah.
where it's like
What is wait, what's a
tasteful.
balkini?
Well, like a bikini, but
Oh,
on your
a
ball. Yeah, like
balkini.
a balkini. How did you
Thought
not
you
put
were
that
I
together?
thought you were speaking a different language. I was like, ooh, what's that? Is that
A
some type of
balkini.
like
I will get a
yeah, like a
balkini.
Slovenian type of bathing suit? A balkini.
Dude,
Oh God.
speaking of Slovakians, this
Where
Russian
is
chick
this
is
going?
dating my buddy right now, and like
Uh-huh.
he's like, dude, I'm a little worried like it wants a green card. I'm like, why, bro? And he's like, they've been dating for like a week, and she's like, so when can we get married? Blah blah blah. Like, I would like to get married immediately. And I'm like, dude, get out of there, bro. Get the
Dude,
fuck out of there.
that's rough. I mean, I keep talking about this show. I've been watching with my girl 90 Day Fiance and all of the freaking
You are
spin-off
addicted,
shows.
bro. You are
Dude,
addicted.
reality TV is like well, I mean, we're in a golden age of reality TV because there's so much of it that there's always something to watch, and a lot of it is not interesting and kind of a train wreck. But 90 Day Fiance is a complete train wreck, but like you cannot look away. And there's this one season that is live right now that we're watching that I was talking about it on the Vosh Minecraft episode, the guy who goes to the Philippines.
Yes, and the
That one,
mom
and the
dies
mom
immediately.
died,
Yeah,
literally goes to go for you
holy
guys who missed it.
crap, dude.
This deaf guy goes to meet his Filipino girlfriend. She lives in abject poverty, like literally in a metal shack, and with her two decrepit, frail Filipino parents who don't speak any English. They have like one tooth to share between the two of them, and then the she's like, why don't we sleep here tonight? And then, we can go to the hotel tomorrow or something. He doesn't want to be rude. So he's like, okay. And they spend the night there. And in the middle of the night, the mom tries to go downstairs, like down the metal stairs for some reason. And the stairs fall through. She collapses and dies and they wake up and she's like in rubble on the ground. And then immediately they have to hold a funeral. So there's like six Filipino men. And also, because like Filipinos, I think they generally run small. So this guy
Yes,
this
yeah.
American guy is just this big dopey white guy that's like standing there. He's deaf, so he literally cannot communicate with anybody in any way. And there's just these little Filipino guys that are carrying a casket through a street of like chickens and dogs to like just another room. And
Dude,
the
this
dude is
chick
like
better have sucked this
sweaty,
guy from
bro,
behind, bro.
bro.
Like,
He is, I mean, dude, he is like puffy and red and sweaty from the night before because they're sleeping on the ground in a shack, like basically outdoors. And he's got these like little glass. He's like an IT guy from the US, and it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's hell. And then, but the show, like in every episode, they're cycling between like 6 or 7 different couples that you're like, it's like in Game of Thrones where
Yeah,
there's so
yeah,
much going
yeah.
on,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
and then it like comes back to somebody, and you're like, oh, these I forgot like what the hell's going on with these guys. And in 90 Day, every single couple that they cut to, you're just like, oh my God, these guys are doomed. Like, why are these two still together? And then they cut to the next one, and you're like, holy shit, man. Like, anyway, and there's just one dude. We were watching one last night, the same episode or same show, but the new episode just aired yesterday. And there's this other guy he's this extremely overweight, nerdy black guy, and he's been talking online for months, a year, to this like to this girl, this person who's sending like really slutty photos and all these stuff, and he's sending money back and forth to her and all this crazy shit. The producers on like episode 1, because he's like, yeah, like I've been talking to her, I'm really excited to meet her. The producers are like, hey, we did some digging because we were trying to interview this girl, because they're going back and forth between the two of them,
Yeah.
and we found out that it's actually like a man from Nigeria that has been like catfishing you this whole time,
No.
and that like and that you've been sending money to this person, and that the photos that they've been using, we were able to locate. It's actually just like a popular OnlyFans model that he's just been sending you photos of or something like that. And the guy, it's so sad as a man seeing like reality shows where there's another guy that is just like so hopeless. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
how did you get like this, man? You know what I mean? Like, how did it go this awry?
Poorly. Yeah.
He's just like, I just don't know if I can believe that. Like, it just felt too real. I just feel like there's still a chance that like she's real and that it's all this stuff, bro.
Dude, yo.
Bro, this was on
You're
episode
down
1.
bad. You're down
It was
bad when that
he was
happens,
down
dog.
so bad.
Yeah.
And then, dude, the craziest part is that they're now okay. So here's what ends up happening. He contacts the actual OnlyFans chick that he's been getting photos of, and he tells her about this whole situation, and is like,
Just
"Hey,
to
this
see
is
if she's
this
real
is
or whatever.
awkward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I just want to let you know that like somebody's been using your photos, and I've been talking to them." And she's like, oh my God, you know what I mean? And he's like, do you want to meet? Like, I'd love to meet just to talk to you, just for like some closure. This girl has no idea, like she has nothing, no involvement in this. And he's like, and I think at first she's like, no, haha. But he's like, oh, well, I'm on TV. And she's like, oh, what's the address? Like,
Yeah,
let's see, you
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And dude, and he's like going to buy her a present and all this stuff to before they meet. And he goes to the mall to go shopping for this girl with his mom and sister. And his mom and sister are like these two like really like good looking ladies. And then there's just this guy, and I'm looking at these ladies and I'm like, dude, how did you fail this guy this bad? Because like, how it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, like
Yeah.
if you have a girl in your family, if you have like a sister or a girl like cousin that you're close with, that means that you're gonna have a social life. Like you might meet her friends. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be. You shouldn't be awkward around women because you
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know what I
Because
mean?
your sister's hot. If your sister's
Yeah.
hot, you should talk to women. Your
It's just like
sister.
I was
Talk to your
like
sister if she's
I was
hot.
like, how did you let this man get this far
That is
gone?
kind of messed up, dude. But dude, to be honest, part of it could be like I feel like a lot of people who are like so beautiful, they don't face any like I mean they'll face some stuff, but it's like life feels easier for them, so they probably just assume he'll figure it out.
I
He'll be able
guess
to figure
so.
it out, and then he's just like, becoming his hairline recedes more, he gets fatter, and he starts making web comics, and at that point it's
It's,
all
it's
over.
over.
It's
It's
all over.
over. Dude, the guy is now waiting at the. He ends up meeting this chick. He goes to some bar to meet up with her, and she
Yeah,
actually
dude,
comes through
Grant,
with a.
sorry. I was asking him how to record HD, and he said, "I got your Bambinus right here," and just sent me a
Who said
video.
that?
Grant from Thought Cops,
Okay.
and then just sent me this picture of, or it's a video of like Sonic with a fat ass getting like peanut butter and jelly thrown on it.
What the hell?
Dude, I was like, bro, I
This is
just
not
wanted to know
helpful
how to
at
record in
all.
HD. I just wanted
Dude,
to know how to
the
do HD.
war between cold cuts and thought cops rages on.
Dude, we got to start fighting people. Bro,
Eliminate
I
them.
love whenever I voice slight dislike in something in the Discord, and like 10 people are like, understood. But and then they put the duck and
I
the
love that
krill
ducks and krill.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude, that it's so good. I need to
dude.
get more apple juice. I'll be right
Okay,
back.
get some apple juice. The I think I told this already on the podcast, but also when we were this is the second time at least that Thought Cops has trolled us, one of us, because I called in when they had their I was just telling this is actually the second time that Thought Cops has trolled us, at least in this last
Is
month,
it?
basically, because I called they just returned from like a little hiatus to record their 300th episode, and they were posting they have like a voicemail box, which I would love for us to get too. I don't know how to set that up, but like something where people can call in and
Yeah,
they listen
HD
to the
first.
voicemails
HD
HD first.
first.
And then they call people call in, and I was like, oh, let me call in and congratulate them. And I called in and I was like, hey, congrats on 300, welcome back from the hiatus. I asked them some question or whatever, and I was like, hey, this has been a message from your favorite webcomic artist. Talk again soon, something like that. And then I closed the call, and then Grant was like, I think I know who that is. And Kevin was like, I think I know who that is too. And he's like, Yellow Swag Studios. And he's like, yeah. And I was listening to it and I was like, damn it. Like,
Get wrecked.
guys
Get
got me.
wrecked. Get
It's
wrecked.
funny. But
Dude,
yeah, one of those guys.
speaking of Filipinos, as I interrupt your story again,
No, that story's over anyway. Go ahead.
yeah, by the way, Harris is trying to pull this podcast into a 90 Day Fiance podcast. I'm not letting it happen. I'm not letting it happen. But dude,
Some
it
viewers
was
at
very
home,
like, have you
please.
read Heart of Darkness?
I actually just got the book in the mail because you talk about it all the time. And on Thrift Books, guys, so here's some free game for you. If you like to read, that's nice. If
Do you like
you,
the fuzz on my
I like the
side?
fuzz. If you, does Apple Juice do that?
It's girls.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, guys, here's some free game. If you
Did
like
you?
reading,
Why?
Thrift Books is like $1 for a new book, and
Thrift Books rocks.
I
Yeah.
literally paid like $2, and I got a paperback copy of Heart of Darkness in the mail. But no, I have not read it yet. I just own it.
My ex loved thrift books, and I stole a book from her.
Oof, what'd you get?
Slaughterhouse Five. I'm very excited
Dude,
to read it.
based
Very
book,
excited to read it.
based
Dude, I
book.
was
I
like,
love
you know
that
what? I
one.
had to hold all of your books, 600 of your books that you'll never read again. I'm just going to borrow this one. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
I had a copy when I read Slaughterhouse Five. I had a copy of it that was literally pocket size, like it was like this big, like the book, a little red paperback cover, and I would take it on the train with me. I would literally it fit in my back pocket, and then on the train I would just whip it out and be reading it, and I felt like such a
You
pimp.
probably got so much.
I was getting so
Does
much
the house get
Slaughterhouse ass
does the house get slaughtered 5 times?
five
That is what
times,
you're telling me?
bro. Every
Anyway, dude,
chapter, they're
Heart of
like,
Darkness. Heart of
okay.
Darkness. Which, by the way, it's funny. It is funny in a way. It's slightly Reddit that you're ordering a high school book.
I know it is a high school book, but
It's slightly, but
it's
it's
go ahead,
still
go ahead.
good. It's still good for you to know it. It's a good book.
Yes,
But in the
it's like
book,
1984 is a high school book also,
exactly,
but it's
exactly.
required reading for a reason, and
How
I've never
pissed
read
would
it.
you be if you were those dudes who were like old men and established, and you wrote those books, and now like you're like people will remember me for this book, and then 100 years later, it's like, what do you mean, high school children
I
read my book?
know.
It's the
Well, that's
only
the thing.
people.
I mean, some of the books that I had to read in high school are honestly some of my favorite books that I ever read. It's a shame that the high school reading thing, you
The
know what
way
I
you
mean, kind of
phrased that
ruins
sounded
it.
like I have black friends. Like
What do you mean? Like, dude,
I
I
th-
loved Flowers for Algernon
That
amazing
was,
book.
dude, that was based. That was based.
Dude, I loved reading Lord of the Flies. I know that's also like classic high school
Dude,
literature, but I
I
really
did
like that
not
one.
like it because Piggy died.
That's true.
And I loved Piggy, spoiler alert. And then also my buddy was like, dude, we were talking in, it was a class I wasn't even in, and they were like,
Hmm
we were talking in class like who would die at the school, like in a Lord of the Flies scenario, and you were like the third guy. And I was like, what?
What?
What? I was so pissed. I
I
was
just
like,
like, I think in general, I like stories, I like movies and books that don't have like, I mean, I like books with a strong resolution too, but I like books that just devolve into chaos. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's why I also really like horror movies. But my
yeah,
least favorite part of a horror movie is when somebody escapes and it's over. You know what I mean? I like
yeah,
actually it better when it just things come completely
yeah,
undone.
you're
Lord
a
of the Flies is a
sicko.
great,
You're a
yeah, Lord of the
sicko.
Flies is a
Yeah.
great example of that.
You're a sick man. Anyway, dude, Heart of Darkness. This is not really a spoiler, but this guy that the guy is chasing, Colonel, whatever, I
Hmm
forget what his name is, but he's like goes to this island and basically becomes king of these like this tribe.
hmm
And in Saudi, there was like it was weird because like I don't think we were allowed to have Catholic churches there, but we did. But it was like we would call the guy's name was Ben, Father Ben, but it's
hmm
like when you're not at the church, you must refer to him as Uncle Ben instead of Father Ben. And which
Okay.
was like Spider-Man. And
Yeah. Or the
so I was
rice.
always dying. But and the churches was not a real church, it was like someone's home or
Okay.
whatever. But anyway, there was a large number of Filipinos in Saudi. Okay, they were kind of like abused, I feel like, a little bit by the Saudi government. But there were a lot of Saudis. There were a lot of Filipinos, but there were a lot of Filipinos in the Catholic Church. Like a
Okay.
majority of the people who came to the Catholic Church was Filipinos, and they did everything for the Uncle Ben, bro. Okay, this was like a Heart of Darkness scenario, and he would kind of like. I'm not gonna say he mistreated them, but there were times like literally during service, they're doing the ceremony where like seven Filipinos are walking with torches, and he's walking behind them with a big torch, and he would be like, walk faster, damn it, walk
Oh
faster. And
God.
then me, and they'd start like walking faster, whatever. But
Oh my
dude,
God, dude.
the Catholic Church stuff over there was so weird. I remember one time this bishop came and visited us, and
Hmm
we had a special shrimp fry for him because I think it was like Lent. And
Okay.
me and my buddy were sitting next to him, and he was just like, shrimps, shrimps, like this. And we were like, this dude's weird as hell.
This is weird, man. Yeah.
Like
No,
he's going crazy.
I always feel a little bit wary about like
Catholics.
not Catholics per se, but I think especially as a Jew, there's something that creeps me out a little bit about like churches
Well,
because it's
Jews are
like,
creepy too.
are
Jews
we? I don't
Jews
think they're
creep me out
creepy.
with your
I think
synagogues and your
no,
Einstein
I think
bros.
actually it's funny because I think Jews are easier to point at and be like they're funny, and I don't think you can do that with Catholics or Christians because I think Christians get scary, and you know what I mean. Like, and then because
Yeah,
then you have these weird like Lori Vallow types that like break off into like the new Latter Day Saint thing where like they become
yes,
like
yeah, yeah,
doomsday people and then they
yeah,
murder their kids and like all kinds of and they start
yeah.
cult like followings. That doesn't really
I
happen in
won't
Judaism.
say I don't think like Catholicism and Christians like at the base it's not creepy. It's like people who misinterpret and people who are like goofy about it. But you can tell like what you're saying is true because the whole like Evangelion, that anime,
Hmm
that's Japan. Like they don't even live in the US, but they liked the imagery and thought it was like powerful and spooky in a way that it's used for all like the bad guys in
Oh,
Evangelion and a lot of
really?
stuff. There's a lot of like Christian symbolism, but then when they interviewed him, like, what metaphors? What are you trying to say about Jesus? And
It's
it's
like
like, I
it just
just
creeps me
thought it
out.
was kind of cool. I thought
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
kind of cool.
yeah.
Like when the demons. Well, that's the thing. They're not. It's one of those anime tropes where it's like there are demons and angels, but what is the difference?
Yes.
What is the difference? Because in a way, it's like, you know, if you're a human and there's a demon and an angel, both of them are almighty beings that could like look at you and you at a cellular level, you would just like implode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's, but like anyway, when the angels or demons or whatever you want to call them die in Evangelion, a giant cross appears
Oh my
on this
God.
guy. Have you not seen
I've
Evangelion,
never seen it and I've never
bro?
actually
Watch Evangelion, bro. You gotta
I
watch
know. I know a lot of
Evangelion.
people are crazy about it. There was one.
We should probably get to some Patreon questions. We haven't done that in a while.
We
Oh, wait a minute.
should
This isn't
do
a
that.
Patreon episode.
Wait, is
Yep,
there a
sign up for the Patreon for bonus episodes and Patreon questions.
yes, Saint wait, okay. Saint hooded figure painting. There's a painting that I just saw at the Milwaukee Museum of Art that was really creepy, but it was also extremely cool. Black hooded figure.
Bro, there's that Hebraic Jewish painting that I've seen that's very creepy. Have you seen that one?
No, I don't. I
It's the
don't. I
guy
have
like
not seen
this.
that one.
The
Huh?
guy's like this. That's
That's not.
creepy. A
That's
Jewish
not
guy
the
painted
one.
that to be like a, it was a self-portrait and it's like very
Dang.
frightening.
I gotta find this photo. I don't know who it was a painting of. I know it was a saint, and then the guy who worked at the museum was actually like I was looking at this giant. Okay, because the way that they frame it is really menacing, like down a hallway. First of all, anybody who's in or near Milwaukee, I mean, I'm sure you've already been to that museum, but holy crap, that art museum there is actually like the best art museum I think I've ever been in. It was so fresh.
Just in
Yeah.
general or for like spooky
I
stuff?
mean, in general, it was
By the
just
way,
they
did I
had
mention how
everything.
fresh your hat is?
Oh,
Did
thanks,
someone you know
bro.
make that or you just bought it?
No, it's like that brand, like Big Dog, I think, or
That's
something
the
like
big
that.
dog?
Yeah, isn't it fresh?
Bro, that used to be so fresh, dude. I
Francisco,
found one of those at a thrift shop.
dude, I thrifted this one. Francisco des or what the hell was
Yo, I think
this?
we're about to go into a break, but HD next episode. We
Okay,
promise. We
okay.
promise.
I'm gonna find
HD.
out this painting.
Yeah, figure out what it
I'm gonna
is.
find out this painting, but it's really creepy, and then we can show it so you
Why
guys
don't
can
you
start
lower that
talking
shirt
about
a
it.
few buttons, brother?
Gonna
Ooh,
get demonetized if I show
baby.
some nip on here.
Dude,
Do you want to
that's
tell everybody?
amazing.
You know, everybody's been
You
like
know,
accusing.
I almost
Wait.
don't.
Let me get this out. Wait. Let me get this out. Yeah, everyone's been accusing Yellow Swag of anti-Semitism recently online. Ever since he posted the Chosen Stare meme, which is
It's
hilarious, by
so
the
good,
way.
dude.
Which
It's
is
so
hilarious,
good.
and also it's like I feel like a Jew made that meme.
Yeah,
You know what I
you
mean? Like
do,
it's from
dude.
the
Yeah.
point of view of a
Yeah.
Jew. It's really funny. But everybody's been saying like, yeah, this dude, like, when are you guys gonna realize Yellow Swag is a Nazi and he hates Jews? And I'm sitting there laughing about it because I'm like, have you seen his boyfriend? I'm Jewish, baby. but but like we right before we hopped on, my headphones were off, sitting like this on the
And you
table.
were completely on
I'm
the
on the other
other
side of
side
the
of
room.
the
My
room.
phone is charging
Other
on
side of
that
the room.
wall, so I'm over there on my phone. And Zach took 2 quarters. Why don't you do for them what you were just doing?
I was doing this with 2 quarters because in my head I was like, it would be so racist
Racist.
if Harris could somehow hear 2 quarters rubbing together across the room
But it's
with his
like
headphones off.
there
But
was
dude, you
something.
immediately the first time went,
It's
he
literally
turned
it's
so
making
rapidly,
a
dude.
very like high frequency noise that I could hear
That's what it
coming
is.
out
Yeah,
of my headphones. Also, my volume is up, but I thought you were holding a bug. I thought you had one of the
yeah.
Dobson flies, and it was making this weird clicking noise. But I came over, and you were like, "It worked. I
Dude,
I got
dude,
one."
the second time I did it, I could see you try to turn, and then you stopped and smiled, and I
I
was
was like,
like, "He's learning. He's
I
learning." All
heard.
right, dude.
I heard.
I cannot believe you heard that, dude. Is it that loud?
It's pretty loud. I mean, it's pretty, or it's not loud.
Maybe
It's
I'll
just
hear
at
it on the
it's at a
episode,
frequency that like I
dude.
could hear it. I'm in a quiet room and I heard it coming out of the headphones.
Oh
Um,
God. Oh man, my head.
uh, dude, I completely forgot what I was gonna say. What were we talking about?
Dude, you. Oh man, that was like you really just like hit the parking brake mid.
Sorry, I forget.
Mid
What were
like
we talking
highway,
about right
dude.
before we ran out of time?
I don't know because I got cut off. I was going on a rant, but I totally forget. I
Oh, dude,
totally forget.
we broke 7,000 subs
Let's
on
go,
YouTube, which is
dude!
amazing.
Congratulations not only to us but the
Mm.
audience.
Okay, congratulations. You guys were here first. You guys will be when we're at 1 million and 2 million and so on. When we get to
When
that
we're
point,
handing out stacks of thousands to all of our fans, you guys get it
yes,
first.
you guys
You
will
guys
get
are
it
getting it
first,
first.
and
Yeah.
you guys will also be like, I was there. I witnessed it when it was happening. I was at ground zero when it happened.
And you
So
know what you're gonna witness next week? Not next week. Next month?
Mhm.
The first ever in a long time Beetle Moses YOLO IRL
That's right.
3D link
IRL.
up, bro.
We
Link
have not
up.
mentioned it on this episode yet, but yes, I have a plane
Yeah, I think we
ticket
only mentioned on the
on the
Patreon, but
Patreon. Yeah,
if you want to
so I
cut
have a
behind the
plane ticket to see
scenes,
it.
the sneak peek behind the scenes, if you wanted to know about this ahead of time,
Or before,
patreon.com/cold cuts.
if you wanted to be involved in the last good community on the internet, like the only good community that exists on the internet, patreon.com/cold
Honestly,
cuts.
though,
I
not
really
even
am not
joking.
overselling
There
it.
were, I think it was yesterday, the day before, but a bunch of patrons were like, "Yo, this is what it's like joining someone else's Patreon and Discord," and it
I
was just
know.
like the
There was some,
no one's talking to each other, nothing. This
yes.
is like an
There
actual,
was there was some shade being thrown at some other like podcasts that have a Discord, and all the entire chat is just the join log, like just this person joined, send a wave, this person, like nothing else. But
yeah.
you guys don't realize, well, you guys who are on the Patreon realize this, but like the Patreon Discord is like the most active group chat
It
I've
is
ever been a part
insane.
of. It's
Yeah,
like
it's very
really,
fresh. It's
really
very fresh.
social and fun. Yeah. And
In the Jack, we haven't even played Jackbox for a while because I think we've been on a huge
the
Gartic
Gardic
phone
phone.
kick, but
Gardic
it's
phone is
so
really
fun, dude.
funny though. It is. I think Jackbox kind of needs to level their pussies up a bit because Gardic phone
Gartic phone
is
is
superior.
fish. Jackbox is I wish. You know what I'm
What
saying?
does that mean?
I wish I was fish.
What is fish? That mean
You're
vagina?
obsessed with RuPaul and you know what fish means?
I don't think I'm like obsessed with
Dude, you're
RuPaul. I'm just like
obsessed with it, bro.
vaguely.
Dude, I felt bad, bro. You would hate watching shows with me because Daphne used to get so pissed because she would make me watch RuPaul and Housewives and I would like half pay attention. But even
Uh-huh.
half paying attention, I know fish in the drag community means like if you're fish, honey, you look just like a cis girl. You look like very
Okay.
like fierce and blah blah blah. And
I
then
will
not fish is
say
you don't look fish.
I will say that as a heterosexual guy, I'm probably in the 99.9th percentile of seeing famous drag queens perform live. That like when I'm there, I'm just there with my friends and I don't even really necessarily know who's performing. And then I find out later that they're like a really iconic. Like I've seen Valentina something who's really
She kind of
famous.
bad. Didn't she actually transition? I
I'm
think
not
she
sure.
transitioned recently.
She
I
was really
almost had
iconic though. Who? Really?
because
Awesome.
her
Jinx
grinder
is
pictures looked a little bit better than I think when I saw her on the show. So then when I realized what was
really
going on, I was kind of like, I'm good.
really
I'm
funny.
good.
I,
She's
I
yeah, they're
really
very
like
funny.
her.
They're very funny.
She's
Yeah.
awesome. I've seen Monet Exchange. Is that what they go by? Monet Exchange. I think she won one
The
year.
black chick.
Yeah, the black
Yeah,
chick.
okay,
I've
I know
seen
her.
she was awesome. I've seen Bob the Drag
Dude,
Queen.
that
I've
really
seen
annoying chick transitioned recently, the Ganja Lestranja.
Ganja Lestranja.
That's
I
a
just had an
person, right?
I just had an interaction with somebody who I must be on a recent season, maybe the most recent one, Pan Pan de Elote,
Are they
who's like
fine as hell or no?
no, I think they're kind of more of like, the silly goofy like drag queen style. No, no shade. Sorry, I don't really know if that's how they would like to classify themselves, but
Laotian heavy duty? I don't think I typed in the right thing.
that is definitely not it. Wait,
Okay.
who was there was somebody else that we saw. Okay, because here's the thing: when you go to a drag show, this is the part that's annoying. Is
Well,
they'll be
you
like,
weren't you dating Trixie and that her ex-boyfriend got mad at
boyfriend.
you? Yeah.
I wish. Actually Trixie Mattel is
I could
probably
not Trixie Mattel. I could her friend if she was in full drag.
okay. Who's the
Even though
friend?
they don't look very femme out of drag. They do the unpot
Oh,
Katya.
that's Katya.
Katya kind of bad, bro, in some shots.
I just think
Woo.
Trixie Mattel is my favorite drag queen because I just think they're like so funny. The clips that I've seen of them is really funny.
Bro,
But
have I mentioned, by the way, not to interrupt again, but my dad, I have a collection over there. I'll bring them all out one episode, but every time my dad comes over, he brings me a new pocket knife. I don't know if he has Alzheimer's or what's going on, but I have like 8 of these now, bro. They're crazy.
Pocket Knife. Oh my
Okay.
God.
Dude,
They're
look
kind
at
of
this
weird.
one,
Wait, wait,
though.
wait. Can I comment that like they're like kind of chode like? Like why are they so short?
Um,
Like a short knife, a
this
short
one's
but
kind of
wide
big.
knife. But
Well,
like I
they're
feel
they're
like
for like everyday carry, just for like opening
just for
boxes
like
and shit. But
chopping
bro,
little things.
check this
Okay.
out.
Okay, let me see.
The Bambinas brothers are fighting right here.
Okay, I can't see them, but what is that? Is that a fez?
Oh wait, I forgot I can't wear this with headphones.
Dude, you got a fez on.
There we go, bro. Dude, they
What the
call
hell's
me the
going on?
scrimble.
Wait,
I
what?
got the fork. I got the spoon.
Where the hell does your dad get this stuff?
I got the knife, bro. I
It's
got
a nice
everything on
little
here. I got the
bro.
bottle opener. Yeah, the bottle opener doesn't come out, but it's connected. But the man brings me everything,
That's
bro. Dude,
freaking
you're
based,
gonna
man.
go. I have a hunch that you're gonna come here and you're gonna go home and beg Angie to move to the country.
I
I'm
mean,
just a hunch. Just a
here's the
hunch.
thing.
Just a hunch.
I really love you have fish. Do you have fishing gear?
Bro, I can fish 10 steps away. And
But I mean,
I
like
got fishing poles.
you
Yeah.
have fishing poles. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I love fishing. I love being outside, and
Dude,
like
fishing episode.
we definitely should do a
Fishing
fishing episode.
and maybe
I
even fisting. Because I've seen people request, I've seen a few requests saying,
fisting.
can you
I
guys kiss?
oh, okay. Yeah, we could do that. I thought that the fisting was a typo. I thought they meant fishing, but maybe they really meant what they typed. Uh, have you
Oh no.
are there fish near you that you could actually gut and eat, or are they not like an
Everything in
edible
the
type?
bro, the in the river there's smallmouth bass. I know some people don't like those, but there's also muskie and tiger muskie, which get huge,
I
bro.
don't know what that is. I've never seen
Bro,
that.
look
I'm
up a
looking up
tiger muskie.
tiger muskie.
But also, dude, do you like catfish or not really?
Yeah, yeah, I like catfish.
Dude, there's channel cats that are like 6 feet long in the river.
Holy crap, these are huge, dude. I mean, at least I'm looking at a picture of a guy that's holding like a. It looks like it's like 4 feet long. Wow, this
Yeah,
is a cool ass
there's some
fish.
big beasties, and then I think there's trout, but there's nothing like salmon. But there are ponds here nearby that are like stocked with shit that we can go to. But
Do you guys have a snakehead problem there? That's a Florida thing. Do you have them there
gar,
too?
snakehead gar. I don't.
No, not a snakehead gar. Gar are really cool too, but
I
actual
thought
like
snakeheads are gar.
snakeheads.
No.
No, snakeheads are their own thing. There's what's the one that has a snakehead with a bullseye tail? What is that one? Oh, it's called a bullseye snakehead. Yeah, they're
I
these
don't think so. Yeah.
they're huge and ugly, and I've only caught
They
I actually
edible?
they are actually. I've never eaten them. They're hugely invasive to Florida. We caught one, me and my brother and one of my close friends, Kyle, caught. We were fishing almost every day over quarantine. Bro, can I just say, I know this is probably insensitive to some people that did not have a good time in quarantine,
Don't
but
say the N word.
please take me back. I
Oh,
loved quarantine.
dude, I thrive because I
I
was like,
literally could have done another 2 years of that
because I
easy.
was like that was like when YOLO was really ramping up YOLO swag, and I was like doing it every day, and I was like, people were complaining about having to just live my normal life of going
Dude,
home, working all day, and
yeah.
I
It
was like, I was living the life, bro. I was going ham.
I know a lot of people who like their mental health. Like I know there's like an epidemic, a mental health crisis that was really precipitated by like COVID and being in lockdown and the social isolation. But like that's especially frustrating to me because I actually feel like I have more mental clarity ever since it happened
Oh
because it
yeah.
was so good for me to just have like time away from
I think
the
the
rat
biggest
race.
problem, especially because I've seen now, like currently with COVID, like people who still are wearing masks, is like I've seen a lot of people that are worried, like, I wear a mask, my wife wears a mask, but the bull sleeping with my wife doesn't wear a mask. And I feel like that's probably causing a lot of problems for
That's
like,
probably causing problems. Yeah.
yeah,
The hey, what were we just talking about? Oh yeah. Anyway,
alligator gar.
We were fishing every I would love to catch a gar. Those are crazy looking animals. And alligator gars get huge, but over quarantine we were fishing in my friend's backyard. He lives also like on a canal, and there was a ton of peacock bass which look
Oh,
amazing
bro.
animals, and they're huge. And like we were catching those like we were catching like 3 or 4 of these a day on like a good
Yeah.
day. It was
Dude, by
insane.
the way, I was totally wrong. There's way more than I thought there is. There's literally walleye. Have you seen walleye? They got some teeth on them. They got some
Walleye.
teeth on them. We got walleye, pike. We have
Oh,
smallmouth
I've seen
and big
these.
mouth bass. The big mouth bass are a little more rare, Rainbow trout. Do you like trout? I know some people don't like it, but
I
I
don't
do
think I've
enjoy it.
actually ever eaten trout.
Trout's really good, dude. When we catch trout, they're so easy to gut and cook that we literally just cook them right there in tinfoil, like
Oh,
the
that's
on the river.
awesome. Dude,
Dude, you're gonna
that.
have
Why don't we do
such a blast.
that? Why
You're
don't
gonna
we
have
do
such a
that?
blast. Bro, are you drinking? It's 2:30.
It's apple juice, dude.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. My bad.
Um,
Anyway, I'm
I'm
very
drinking
excited for you to
water.
come in, and I think the plan is we will most of this content will be available on YouTube, but we will make some I think some Patreon exclusive stuff just because
Oh,
you're gonna be here for a
you can
while.
bet your ass
Yeah.
some of this stuff is
Yeah.
gonna be on the Patreon show because we got to show love to the people that are
Oh,
helping us
100%.
stay afloat here.
And dude, if you're also part of the Patreon, I don't want to brag, but I actually can't show that trading card. But you do get some exclusive trading cards. Here's one, Revenge of the Irish. It's a classic one
Oh, that
that
one's awesome.
a few
Peeing on
people
the
got
grave of the
quite angry about.
queen. That's good.
Also, dude, Omar and Zubulor. Again, I don't
Oh,
think
is
I
there
can.
one there?
I don't think I can show the Omar card because he's
Oh,
spreading
he's
his
exposing
butt
his.
cheeks. But speaking of, I think we're gonna work on a new animation soon too. So
We're a bit overdue. I mean, we've been caught up in
it's
a
been a
lot.
while.
There's been a lot going on. You moved, I moved. We've still been pretty much at our same like pace of working. It's
But
it's been a tall ask to.
it's been a bit of a toll.
Yeah, I think but dude, first of all, I think that Minecraft episode we just recorded with Vosh was like that was big time.
That was really fun, bro. There was
It was really fun.
and that's something I think we're gonna do if because I know some of you guys like it, some of you guys don't, but I think we will do some Let's Play stuff because when it's in person, I think it's a little better.
I think it'll be fun too.
Aaron Hansen, you dodged our interview. We're taking over Game
We're
Grumps.
taking the throne.
Okay, we're gonna make
Game
Game Grumps, but good. You know what I'm saying? You ever hear about that Game Grumps, but not complete ass, like it was in the beginning with John Tron? That's all I'm saying, baby. I can't believe you embarrassed me and said that the last animation Aaron Hansen made was the first. I can't believe you did that in front of Lyle. I was embarrassed. I was cringing. I was embarrassed.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Dude, yeah, no, I still would love to have him on. And then the Lyle episode was so great too, man.
That was actually really fun. He was good vibes. Well, dude, I think that's part of what we're gonna try to do for season 2, since it's the first episode. Please in HD. I don't think it's in HD, but by episode 2, I think we'll have all the kinks out. But I think we're gonna try to mix and match previous guests we've had on. So if there's anyone you've been dreaming of, I know a lot of people are hyped for a potential Vosh and Rusty episode, and I have heard rumors that perhaps a Trey the Explorer versus.
Not Dora the Explorer, Trey the Explainer.
Yeah. In a new poster episode, Twink versus Twink, Shadow the Hedgehog versus Sonic the Hedgehog. Wow. It could be coming down the line. So if there's any guests we've had on or any guests you want on that you want to see mixed, let us know. In the comments.
Let us know. We've had a lot of guests on. We've had a lot of good guests on. I think it'd be really cool to bring some people back.
David Duke. And then AJ.
Yeah, that was the deleted episode.
The AJ David Duke episode goes.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Have you been seeing this? I don't even know what the song is. I just figured out.
Try that in a brown town.
Okay, that's
try that in a small brown.
Okay, I am slow. I'm slow because well, at least the conservative like pop culture, because I kept seeing people say to try that in the small town, and I was like, what is this? Why is everybody saying this now? I did not even realize it's a song. And then I looked it up and I listened to it and I was like, try that in a small town. Try that in a small town.
Yo, let's go, dude.
See how far. What does it say?
I've never listened to the song.
It's a terrible song. It's not good. And it's like Garth Brooks or whoever is like singing it, and they're like standing on the steps of the Capitol. There's somebody waving a flag like this, and I'm like, dude, like where did this?
Dude, my cousin's been making me listen to. I'm gonna get the name wrong, but do you know like Tom McDonald?
No.
It's this conservative rapper who like thinks he's like the next Eminem.
Oh, he's got I know who that is.
Dude, and like some of his flow's not bad. He might, I don't know, but some of his flow's not bad, but it's always like, yo, I'm stuck in Antarctica because these SJWs are Fantfartica,
Dude,
Bessembartica, and it's like, bro,
I hate that hibbity
it's
skibbity
so
shit.
crazy.
I mean,
Some of it's good, bro. I can't even lie though.
I just
That
have
was good.
such a strong distaste for rap that's like, yo, other rap is dumb. Mine's actually sending a message, bro. Like, you got to listen to the lyrics. I'm like, no, like, I don't even like listening to it like that
I
anymore.
get it though. Like that, there's that Logic song because there is a divide between like rap and then like I got I got my red Nikes on. I'm drinking out of a bong,
Dude,
and it's
somebody
like,
remix this. Somebody make that into a
someone
fucking
make that into a
crazy
beat.
hot ass beat clap.
Who's that guy that remixed that? Where is that guy that sent us the farting anime girl?
Broken computer.
Broken
He's
computer,
been
where are
missing for like
you?
a year.
Where
I
are
don't know. Where are you?
email us? I want to know
SOS.
you're okay. I want to know
SOS.
you're okay, dude.
Please, bro.
Yo, I'll let you read the execs real quick
Oh,
before
let me
we.
read them off. Yeah. Oh, can I say something real quick? You know what? I have it on good intel that Beardson Beardley is actually 6'5", and that all the photos of him being 4'11" and a tiny little Oompa Loompa twink man are actually photoshopped. So, guys, please stop calling Beardson Beardley a tiny little shrimpy twink. It is so rude and it's not accurate. Get
Dude, he's
your
definitely
facts
gonna see.
straight.
I feel like Beardson's definitely gonna see us. Would you ever want him on after the Louis Theroux interview or
I'd
no?
have to lower my camera way down to see him, but okay, guys, thank you so much. We love you so much. Bugs on my wee wee, Big Tasty, Brat Brat Pew Pew, Conga Heli, Emon, Francho, Gzan, Gwyn, Protista, Protagon, Shrek the Third, and Trevor Stilson. We freaking love you.
Based,
Base,
based.
all of you, so base. Thank you so much for your support. We love you, dude. You know that beard smells like nasty, like Parmesan cheese. Like I hate that big beard.
Hey, as an
I hate
Italian, what the do you mean by that?
You know that's what it smells like.
That's not what it's. That's
You
the
know
king
it'd
of
be
cheeses.
right
That is the
there.
king of cheeses.
You know you're in the same room and you're like, oh, what is
I'll
this?
not
It's
allow
like
that.
Axe